Perfect. So we are now live here on YouTube. And again, I'm going to wait and let a couple more people come in. I think we've had about 75 or 80 people sign up for this. And this is going to be happening every week for us. They're all going to be recorded, so we can always go back and watch. But I'm just going to continue to wait and continue to let a couple people trickle in. So we might get started closer to about 3:05. We are now live here. And again, I'm going to wait and let a couple more people come in. Awesome. Well, we are close to 3:05, so I want to be respectful of y'all's time. We have about nine people on right now, so I'll continue to let them in as people are looking to join the call. But first and foremost, I really just want to say thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your day to come on for this weekly mastermind. This is going to be happening every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central Time. Uh, you guys are more than welcome to invite friends and other individuals who you think would benefit by this group. It is going to be capped every week at 100 individuals, just because that's how many max are able to sign up. I don't think we have hit the max yet, so you guys are more than welcome to continue to invite people. And obviously, as you can see, we only have 9 people on our right now, so our numbers will probably fluctuate every week. My job is really first and foremost going to be to help moderate our mastermind discussions. I definitely don't want to be leading it. I want you guys to be leading it. I want you guys to be sharing your success stories, your big ahas about Command and the technology we have available to us. So really, I just want to be able to open up the floor to you guys. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself and speak. Obviously, we do need to be courteous of the amount of people that we have in our calls, especially when we start to get more and more people. It might be harder when we start to talk over each other, but as long as we're respectful, I think this should be a really good call and a really good mastermind with everyone so far. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background on myself, again, my name is we are in the upstate of South Carolina. My team and I service the entirety of the upstate of South Carolina, ranging all the way from Spartanburg, South Carolina, all the way down to Greenville, South Carolina, Anderson, South Carolina, and everywhere in between. So again, if you guys have any business, any referrals for that area, my team and I would be honored to work with your clients. But yeah, so other than that, that's just a little bit of info about me. I've been using Command full time since about May of 2019. So I've been using it for a good little bit and have had a lot of success with it. I do a lot of different things with Command. I obviously use it for my real estate business, for my buyers and sellers. I also use it a lot for recruiting. I'm on leadership with my market center, so I do some recruiting for our market center as well as some individual recruiting for my own downline and for my own profit share. So that's just kind of a little bit about me. We kind of have a small group, so I'm more than welcome to have you guys go around and just do a brief little 30-second, 1-minute introduction. Then we can kind of jump into what are some things that you guys are having success with inside of Command. So Terry, I'll go ahead and have you start because you're the first one on my screen.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm in the Denver, Colorado area in Westminster, and I've been with Keller for almost 2 years. I started using Command mostly for contacts and transactions last year, but really started plugging into it in the last couple weeks and getting involved, getting active with smart plans, creating smart plans, and that's kind of where I am. And basic designs. I really need to get better with the creating designs, uploading PDFs and editing them. And then still with landing pages, I'm not quite clear as to what that is or how to use it. So I still have a lot to learn on it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Terry. Jim, you are next on my screen, sir.
Hey guys, how's it going today? Jim Archidiacono. I am of the Gary Mercer Group. We are a team here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. I'm also licensed in Delaware. I'm the expansion team member in Delaware and also Maryland. So I have a license in 3 states. I kind of joined this. I'm kind of at a point where Command. So for my team, we have about 25 people on our team. Doesn't really work for us yet. We use Brevity mostly for our CMA and then transfer over to Command. But me on a personal level, I'm running all my business through Command because the market center that I'm an expansion team member in Delaware completely runs out of Command. So where I'm at kind of now is I'm kind of ready to go on the next level for Command. I feel like all the videos that are out there now are just way too basic. And I know everybody's at a different level right now. So, I apologize if I'm not really trying to, put anybody down or whatnot, but I've been doing Command probably since, I guess, maybe September or October. So I've gotten really familiar with it. I do a lot out of it. I'm just kind of ready to, hopefully mastermind with some other people who are ready to go to a different level.
Awesome. I appreciate that, Jim. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to, hopefully share ideas and, be able to help all of you guys out. Karen, I have you next on my screen.
Hi, Karen Smith in Columbus, Ohio. I am a team of 3, and really we are in Command, fully in Command. I'm looking on best practices, especially just set up the Twilio account, had a tough time doing that, but really hearing some best practices on how smart plans around Facebook leads and converting those. And so far I haven't had much luck. I know it's more of a long game with those type of leads, but would love to mastermind around that.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thanks, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Vicky, I have you up next.
Okay, hi, Vicky Lamond. I am on the coast of North Carolina. Handle anywhere from Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is where we have Camp Lejeune, military Marine base, all the way to Newbern, North Carolina, Moorhead, Emerald Isle. I have actually been with Keller Williams for 1 year as of April 1st, so all I know is Command. My doodle's trying to get in the picture here. So, again, I've been through all the videos and solely have only used Command, but I feel like everything that I've been involved with, I learned something new. So, which is why I'm joining this group. So I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we're definitely happy to have you and glad to have you participating. Krishna, I have you next, sir.
Hi guys, I'm Krishna Shray. I'm from Denver, Colorado. Terry, I'm actually in North Glen, or just down the road from you in Westminster. I'm actually out of the KW downtown Denver office, and I got my license just a couple of weeks ago before everything closed down. So I thought never been a better time to start learning everything. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Well, we're definitely glad to have you. Tina, I have you up next.
Hi, I'm Tina. I'm with Western Upstate here in Seneca, South Carolina. And I've been a realtor for a number of years, about 8 years in the Florida market. And then I moved here and I'm just sort of starting up again with Keller Williams. So I'm relatively new with them and just starting with Command. I've taken the 66-day challenge with Marty Miller and found that very productive. So I'm just trying to enhance some of the things that he's been going over, and really would like to get more into the Facebook part of it. That's my struggle right now. But thanks, and I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Tina. Yeah, and Tina's in my market center, so I'm definitely pleased to have her on the call. That shows some good support from Western Upstate, but I appreciate that, Tina. Lisa, I have you up next. Lisa, sorry, I think your mic is still muted.
Sorry, I didn't realize that you couldn't unmute me. Hi, I'm Lisa Guthrie. I am also in Denver, in the same market center as Terry. And I've been a realtor for about 8 years. And I just came off a team, and the team, I've been with Keller Williams for most of those years. And the team was a bit slow to adopt Command. So I probably am not going to be able to contribute a whole lot in terms of wise words on what to do, but I hope to learn a lot. I'm mentoring in our office, and we have people from, how do I sign in, to how do I do this, complicated campaign Facebook page thing, and fielding those questions is quite a challenge.
Yeah, of course. Well, hopefully the group will be able to provide some expertise for you. And I know that, I have some knowledge. I'm more than happy to, give that to you and your market center. And I know everyone else on the call will have some knowledge as well. And hopefully you'll be able to contribute where you can. So I'm definitely thankful for all of you guys to be able to be on the call. And, again, we will be doing this every week. From about 3 to 4, we definitely will not ever go over 4 p.m. So I'm always going to try to be very considerate of y'all's time. But from a overall Command perspective, it seems like we're kind of all in different places, which is great. I love that. I do know, I think Tina, you had mentioned, and Karen as well, a little bit about the Facebook stuff. And I would love just to hear if anybody on the call has been doing any sort of Facebook ads and had any success with that.
I was gonna say I have. I've been really since, I guess, January, maybe February. Actually, I guess it was January. Been really running a lot of Facebook ads through Command. Just recently I had one for a listing, and I got, what was it, 44 leads out of it for, I think it was like $15. So it was like super cheap, like 38 cents or 45 cents or something a lead. So that was going good. Just recently though, your Smart Plan Hunter definitely has helped with response. That video I watched the other day, your first text message that goes out is like super, like, blew my mind, and so simple, and it totally works. So this week I've ran a few, and probably at least 70% have responded to that one text. They haven't responded to the second one yet, but we'll see what happens. I just started using it the other day, so thank you for that for sure.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's awesome. I love to hear that. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, I put together a lead follow-up smart plan that I put on my YouTube channel. I'm going to see if I can grab the link for that really quickly and put it into the group chat for everybody. But the text that Jim is referring to, my very first text, it is a custom smart plan inside of Command. The very first text is a text that goes out and it says, "Hey, is this blank?" with their first name, whatever that name that is imported from Command.
So simple. I think people like totally overthink the first text message, and it makes it a big long text message. And I've seen that even in some of the smart plans that I've seen on command, it's like the first one that goes out is just overcomplicates things and doesn't really leave an open-ended question, and just that simple, like, it's huge.
Yeah. Jim, would you mind going into a little bit about how you set up that Facebook ad? Because I know that some people might want to learn a little bit about how you set up the description and the headline, stuff like that.
So I know I have a video. I actually have a video that I don't know if we don't have like an email or some way that we could share out things, but I have a video that I watched on YouTube. Actually, I'll look it up in a minute when I'm done talking and kind of share it out to everyone if I can find it real quick. But I watched this YouTube video and it shows pretty precise, like kind of what to put in there. A lot of the things were, you know, when you're putting in the title, don't put anything about price, bedrooms, you know, where, well, not, I mean, obviously you put where it's at, but like you want it to be a hook. And then that way they got to sign up to get more information about it. So I started doing, that's when I really started, when I watched this video and I started following this video, is when my leads coming in is like tripled and quadrupled. It's like insane. Use a lot, well, not a lot, but use emojis in your headlines or in your description. The headline, we keep it simple, like welcome home to whatever the neighborhood is, or are you looking in such and such town. Keeping it really simple. I think a lot of people overcomplicate the thing. They'll put 100, like, you know, they'll fill up to 250 characters in the box up top in Facebook in command, and you don't even, the consumer won't even see half of that. So just cutting it back to keeping it pretty simple, couple sentences. The big thing is making sure you put interest in down below. If you don't put any interest in, you won't get any leads at all. Or, I mean, you may get a few, but you're not done. I ran the same ad with interest and I ran the same ad without interest to test something in our market center. And the one with interest, I got 28, and the one without interest, I got 1. So it definitely shows a huge difference.
Jim, what kind of interest are you putting in there?
I put everything. Sometimes there's about 35 different interests. I just go through the list, and anything that's home related, I put it in there. I think I've done one where there was 38, and actually the one that I got 44 leads off of, it was like, I think 38 interests that were in there. So anything that's like mortgage loan, you know,
Yeah.
loan calculator, first time home buyers, like kitchen, bedroom, like if the house has a great bedroom, put in bedroom, because people that are searching bedroom, it might pop up, you know, in their feed. But yeah, I put a lot of interest in there. Ever since I started doing that, it's been insane how much comes through. And now my problem was when I was first talking is the whole smart plan. I wasn't having success with that, but then just changing a simple thing in there really has, you know, upped the success really well.
Great.
That's awesome, Jim. I love to hear that, especially being able to hear of those, you know, where you're running those ads and you're getting the cost per lead is under $1. I just think that's so cool. And that's really
yeah, the other day I watched not a video. It was a webinar, and it was a so-called expert in the subject, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm getting all these leads for like $2.80 a piece, and you know, $3 a piece." Which, I mean, yeah, that's not bad for a lead, but you can get them for a lot cheaper. So I'm gonna try to find that YouTube video real quick while we're talking.
I think some of to kind of reiterate some of what Jim's talking about, the biggest thing is to keep your words simple, even in the description, but you want to lure them to actually go in and find, you know, see more so that you can actually get those leads. So you kind of tease them. One of the ads I was using, well, another thing that's very important is the picture. The very first picture that you put in there, make sure that it's a sharp looking picture to grab their attention. But I put in simple words like this one property I had a pool. It was oceanside. So those were some of the key words that I would put into the ad to make them want to see more of this property. So it's, that's some of the things to pay attention to. Again, it's the picture, it's the wording, what is going to draw them to want to see more and give you their information.
Absolutely. The picture definitely is definitely huge, because if it's a crappy looking picture, they're just on a swipe right past it. They're not even on, it could have the most amazing inside, but they looked at that first picture. So always take a definitely, like I did one of them, I did just the view from the deck, like overlook the lake. And I think the headline was like, would you want to look at this every night or something like that? I forget what we used, but I got a huge, huge return off of it.
Question for the group.
Yes, go ahead.
I've run 3 ads, and one was on a home buying workshop, and another one was just a blanket ad on supply in a particular area. If I'm going to run my next ad, what would I run it on? It sounds like what you're saying is run it on a property.
So that's what we do. So in our market center, all the agents have agreed that we can run ads on each other's listings. I mean, why wouldn't you want, basically free advertising on the list, on your listing? So we all nobody in our market center said no to it. So we just you can pull up any new listing that comes on in our market center. We throw it out there, we advertise it. And I always put it in as attract buyers, and then just, you can attach it, attach a listing or whatever. So that's definitely how we've done. I've done some ads through promoting the app. I've seen a little success. I've had people downloading the app, but not as much as doing attract buyers to a listing. That definitely gets the most, if you're trying to lead gen, that definitely gets you the most leads out of it.
And then a question, and it might have been answered. I came in about 10 minutes late, sorry. There's 3 not demographics, metrics here, CPM, CPC, and CPLC. Which one's the important one?
I kind of look at how much it's costing per lead. Mostly that's what everyone's told me, but I kind of get to the point now where it's like, oh, let me challenge to beat the last one, that see how many cheaper ones. But I always look just the click per, or the cost per lead.
So the CPLC.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of the campaigns. One had no leads, but I closed it early. But the other one was $10 a lead and $12.50 a lead. And when I was at family reunion, I heard under 2 was average in the company, and my son did one under $1 in another marketplace. So
yeah, I have that. So I figured out that YouTube video. So if you're in YouTube and just type in the $, 0.28 per lead. So basically 28 cents per lead is what it's the name of, but you have to put in $, 0.28 per lead. It comes up, will be the first one. It says 28 cents per lead, how to create an effective Facebook ad through KW Command. Watching that video, and we've used that video to teach in our market center. I've taught some classes on Facebook ads in our market center. So that one was definitely a huge game changer around here for us, for sure.
Thank you.
Tom, I will add one more thing. I can't remember what Facebook group I saw it on, but yesterday or the day before, they were reporting that day, the average price point from Facebook, that's what Facebook was telling us, was I think $2.14 a lead across all the different KW ads that we have run. So from like a company perspective, that's kind of what we're averaging as a company. That helps.
All right. Yeah, helps a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Also, this is something that I'm curious if any of you guys have had success running. I haven't ran it yet, but anybody doing a Keller Mortgage ad for Keller Mortgage to save thousands on closing costs and try to get some buyers. I know that there have been people in our market center and in the area who have run some of those, and I've seen people do those in other parts of the country and also get very, very cheap leads. And I'm curious if anyone has had any success with doing that.
I haven't done one yet. That's actually, I just saw that the other day as well. That's my next one I want to do. So I was trying to, I haven't seen, I guess I haven't seen, I don't know if you have a picture of one where somebody ran it. Like I always, like when you're on Command Your Conversion, I always see something that you can kind of model it after. I haven't seen any ones that show how they did the Keller Mortgage one. So that's why I'm kind of curious to see.
Okay, so I haven't seen like the exact ad copy and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but if you go to the Keller Mortgage website, they actually have some personally well, not personally for you as the agent, but they have some Keller Mortgage branded social media flyers that you can put on your ads. Some of the things
I'll check that
like,
out.
yeah, so some of the things are like you can save thousands by working with me as far as like closing costs and loan costs go. So that might be something where you guys could use that as well. So yeah, but this has been really good discussion so far. I know we've had a couple newer people come in. So we don't have a super big group. So I know there have been a couple people that have come in. Would you guys mind just kind of introducing yourselves, doing a quick 30-second introduction and telling us a little bit more about yourself? Tom, I'll start with you. And then I think we have Lenny and then Brock. So we just got 3 of them.
All right, Tom Lipinski. I'm on a market center out of a suburb of Detroit, Michigan. I've got a team. It's grown. It's between 5 and 10 people at any given time. We do about 140 transactions. I'm also a MAPS coach, one-on-one coach for Keller Williams, and I coach single agents and small teams like mine. So anyone that's interested in coaching, wants to know more about it, or has somebody in their market center that'd be someone that could benefit from coaching, I'm open to talk to them.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Lenny, I have you next.
Hey, what's up, man? It's my name is Lenny Figueroa. I'm from Long Beach, California. Single agent. I don't know what else other than that. KW Command. I'm transitioning right now from my other CRM that I've used. I've been using Perfect Storm and LionDesk. Perfect Storm mostly for the online leads, and LionDesk just for everything else. But transitioning out of Perfect Storm, trying to get everything into KW Command, and that's one of my goals for this month, to be fully into KW Command and up and running and all that good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And Brock, I think you are my last one to come in.
Yeah, name is Brock Syverson from Plano, Texas. I work at the KW office there, and I'm helping with technology, just trying to incorporate Command into our market center and just trying to find some best practices.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys for still coming in. So I'm really liking the discussions we're having so far. I have some homework for myself, and I'm going to challenge you guys to have some homework as well before our next call next Thursday, is to maybe try running a Keller Mortgage ad. I'm really curious to see what your different results are based on your area of the country. And maybe we can even compare some ad copy that we're using between different ads that we're running. So that I don't know if you guys are up to doing something like that. I'm probably going to do something like that myself personally.
I'll definitely. I'll take your challenge.
Okay, appreciate that, Jim. Well, what other things are you guys having success with, or have had any big ahas from using Command over the past couple weeks, couple months that you all would like to talk about, discuss, or maybe even any problems you've had?
I'll share one thing. So when all this first started, I went through my database and through my cell phone with people who weren't in my database, and it took me forever to get through everybody. When I learned how to create a smart plan, and it's just simple of typing in the email, it has saved me so much time. And even still just clicking one person at a time, not mass adding them, I can get through 4 or 5 times as many people as I was previously. So, and it's super quick and easy to make them because it was out of my comfort zone, and I learned how, very easily, quickly. So that has saved me a ton of time.
Terry, this is Karen. What do you mean? So instead of just creating a contact, you create a smart plan for each contact?
So no, I go into the smart plan and I watched Nick Baldwin's webinar on it. It was great. It started out, I thought, oh, this is going to be too basic, but he showed you how to make it. So you go into smart plans and you click on create, and then you title it. So I called it Care Call 1 and 2. And then, so let me just make one here and call it test. So then you do apply. And then it allows you to add steps. So you can add an email, you can add a call, you can add a text, you can put a delay. So for me, I had an email that I typed up checking in on them, because I'll call them and if they don't answer, then I send them the email. Then I put a delay of a certain number of days or weeks, 10 to 14 days. And then then I have a second follow-up email. And then after that, I have a delay, and then you can send them to your neighborhood nurture. You can have it go to a smart plan. So it's super straightforward once you do the create button in there. And then you can just, when you're in the contact and you're, making notes about your conversation with them or what you're doing, you can click on add on the smart plan thing within each contact. Or if you want to just mass add people, you can. I couldn't because I had people in different stages, but you can add 50 people at a time if you wanted to mass add them, and it sends that email out. And it doesn't go to spam.
Terry, did you use your own words or did you actually put in what Nick had put in?
I used my own words. I used what I had been typing individually.
Okay.
Because it needs to sound like me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Terry, which smart plan video was that from Nick Baldwin? Is it on YouTube by any chance?
Yeah, he posted it. I'll find it and I'll tell you in 1 second. I just need to see what it was called.
He just did a good one yesterday too.
It was called Smart Plans for You, How to Make Them Work, and he did it on April 3rd.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Actually, that one's a good one. That was the one. He actually did it last week. He just didn't post it to the other day, but that is a good one.
So one of the halls for me on Cater to Command is the opportunities. I don't know if you guys using that or not, but I think it gives me a better, I guess, kind of broader view of the pipeline. And then also the tasks within the opportunities, starting to create those out where, like, for example, if I talk to a lead, I connect to a lead, I'm putting them on the cultivate stage and I'm trying to find out their established timeline. So they're under 6 months, under 3 months, or between 6 to 12 months, and create a task list. So like, for example, maybe adding them on Facebook, or, putting them on a smart plan, and so on and so on. So I think that's kind of keeping more organized in terms of the lead and making sure, every step there's something to do. That way it keeps me accountable, and it kind of putting them through the pipeline to the next stage.
Lenny, I really like that. Could you speak a little bit more to maybe a couple of those specific stages that you have, if you don't mind, just because right now I am not using my my opportunity pipeline to do those different stages. I'm simply doing that for the transaction process. And I am just using my smart plan to make those reminders for myself. But I like the way that you have kind of laid it out there.
Yeah. So for example, if I have a buyer lead I spoke to, and they tell me, hey, look, I'm looking to buy within 6 months. I'll then create opportunity for that, put them on the 6-month plan under cultivation. And then on the 6-month stage, there's tasks. So and the task will say, hey, look, make sure to look them up on social media, and add them on Facebook. And then the other one would be to put them on a smart plan that I created for under 6 months timeline. And then what else do I have in there? I think that's it for that stage, but then every stage is different, right? But I haven't got all of them done yet, and I just started doing that process. But also yesterday, or was it yesterday, or forgot which one, for the digital conference from the Rocco team, and I'll share that with if you guys didn't get it or not. But I sent them an email and I got their their stages also on their opportunities, how they kind of laid it out for the listing and buyer side. So I could email that to you guys if you guys want to take a
That
look
would
at
be
it.
great if you could share that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't taken a look at it yet, but yeah, they had a pretty cool layout too on their stages where they have, you know, every stage. I think they have like they probably, I think they did it from an A lead to a B lead to a C lead or something like that, and 10 days of pain or something like that. But yeah, I'll send that over to you guys for sure.
Thanks, Lenny.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Honestly, that kind of gives me a couple of things to do as far as adding those checklists, because right now I just have the checklist for like the under contract portion, and I don't have any sort of like checklist when they're in some of those cultivate stages. So I really like that.
I know we use, so the only thing that I've gotten into opportunities with us is just putting them in there and getting paid. I haven't really done much else because our market center is completely on command. It's funny. So my team's in one market center and I'm in a different market center, so it gets kind of confusing. But one market center is in command and the other market center is not. So but my market center is completely opportunities, everything. So unfortunately, I haven't gotten more into that though, like with the stages and whatnot.
Awesome. What else are you guys having success with? I want to hear more. This is great.
I mean, you know, another good thing kind of what I use command for is kind of like a virtual assistant, so to speak. I put tasks in there, and I love it because then it sends you a reminder in Kelly that you have a task due. Actually, it's kind of funny. I feel like I've been using it a lot more in the last 3 weeks than I have ever, just because of homeschooling a kid and all the Zoom calls we have now and whatnot. So I'll just put a task in for myself for, you know, different things to, you know, keep me in track. So I kind of use it, you know, I feel like, I don't know, more than ever in the last 3 months, last 3 weeks I feel like everything's out of whack, but that's what I've kind of been using. Another thing I've been using, there's so much stuff that you can use in there. It's like, it's insane.
So I got this cool, I think I got it from KW Command. Oh, no, I think I forgot what Facebook group it was, but here, I'll show you guys if I could. Is it cool if I share my screen, Hunter?
Yeah, you should be able to. Let me know if for some reason you can't.
All right, let me see here. Desktop. Yeah, I don't think it's letting me for some reason. It says, hold on, let me see if this works.
Okay. I think we lost Lenny there. Okay. Well, hopefully he can get back on in 2 seconds.
You know, so I know he's we've been talking about a lot of the videos and whatnot. One of the things I've been doing is signing up for everything. And even if you don't get on it, they send you the recording. They send you a reminder when the recording's up. So you can kind of go back and be like, oh, this will be something good to watch and whatnot. So definitely sign up for as much stuff as you can. And even if you don't watch it live, just watch the recording, because this is the time to definitely, you know, try to learn as much as, I don't know about you guys in your state. Here in Pennsylvania, we can't do anything. We're completely locked down. We can't do showings. We can't do anything. Delaware, where I do a lot of my business, I can do showings, but Pennsylvania, where a majority of our business comes from, we can't do anything. So this is a time to definitely learn as much as possible.
Yeah.
Lenny, you're back.
Yeah, I know. I got kicked out for some. I tried to add the screen. Let me try that one more time.
Hunter gave you the boot.
Yeah,
know,
sorry.
right?
That might have been me by accident. I was trying to make sure I could give you the ability to show your screen. So.
That's cool, man. Do you guys see it now, or is it working?
Yep.
Yes.
I see it.
Cool. So I got this cool tag kind of thing from KW Command where it gives you the color coding for KW Command and also the tags. So for example, your sources will be all red, right? So active clients have Mets, not have, and then your mailing list would be orange. You'll tag them with Christmas cards or so on. And then your email list that don't have emails will be yellow. Neighborhoods will be green. And then if they have any hobbies or occupation, it'll be that blue color. And then for the events would be purple. And I thought that was pretty cool in terms of organizing your database and creating those tags. And then also creating a, here, let me show you, I can show you the way I have it set up. Let me find all right, here.
I feel like I'm looking at my own computer with how many links you have.
Tabs, right?
Yeah.
So like
the other day I was like, I got to close everything.
I know. Yeah, I have these all up right now. So tag set up, and yeah, my computer's going slow now. But you create the smart view here, and then you create the filter, right? To tag them, then create that smart view and save it, so that way you could have easy access to those tags. And I just thought I just really organized my database, or I'm still organizing it. I still have a lot more to do, but I just thought that was pretty cool in terms of organizing.
Did you have to color code them when you created each tag?
Yeah, so when you go to when you go to settings, right here, settings, and on the tag part, you could or here command what is it, command settings, contacts, custom tags. So when you go here, you create the tag, and then you could create the color and so on, and just and go from there and create all the tags that are part of that PDF file.
You can also, when you're creating a new tag, you can do it right in their contact.
Yeah, you could do that too.
So that way you don't have to go through settings as well when you're setting them up. I did see something the other day on somewhere that they're supposedly gonna make it so you can add more colors. Like it'll be because I think there's only 6 or something right now, or whatever it is. They're not having it so you can have more colors as well, which would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Lenny, that's awesome. I love that, because what I have done is I have created a bunch of custom tags and I did not organize them by color or anything. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. Lenny just gave us more work now.
you know, the
now
last
I want it that way.
Dude, I'll be honest with you guys, the last, like, the whole shift that's happening, I've been really trying to cut back my expenses. So like I've been trying to go all in at KW Command now, because I've been in and out of it for like a year now, but now I'm just kind of like, you know what, it's time. So I'm just trying to keep it organized, and the more I'm on it, man, the more I love it. It just, I think it's powerful once you really organize it and leverage it.
And I feel like there's so much there's probably things that nobody in this call even knows about.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. That's what's so amazing about it. And the things that they're coming down the line is cool too.
Are any of you having problems when I set people up on one of the existing smart plans from the library, it's not feeding to my tasks? Is anybody else, and I've spent hours on hold with the chat line, and I've gotten, for the last couple of weeks, haven't gotten a fix, but I'm just wondering if anybody else is having that problem at all.
I haven't, but you know what? There was somebody else in our market center that had that problem. So I wonder if it's like a glitch here and there, maybe.
Any chance you could see, if I sent you an email, if you could check and see if they got a fix or what they had to do?
Yeah, I got to think who it was, but yeah, I'll reach out to her.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah, no worries.
Also, I was wondering if anybody knows, is there like or have they even said if there's going to be a trigger for the smart plans or when that was going to come out? So like, for example, if a lead comes in, the smart plan would trigger automatically instead of, manually adding the smart plan to the lead.
Nick didn't say when, but he said it is in the works.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that'll be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely second that. I do know it's coming. Unfortunately, KWRI tends to not give us deadlines or basically when things are coming out. Stuff just kind of happens, and so we just kind of have to learn to live and adapt. But it is coming soon, thankfully.
Is there somewhere other than like Command Your Conversion or whatnot where you would see everything that's new like that week or whatnot?
Yeah.
So there is that tab in Command on the home screen on the dashboard.
Okay, I'll check that. Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I was just thinking like looking at.
I've been checking that. It hasn't really been updated as much as before from what I know, from what I saw, because I do check it here and there, but their updates are kind of slower.
Yeah, so they typically come out with new updates every week, and I just got the update for April 6th, and it's a fairly long list. I think it's probably one of the biggest updates they've had so far, so might be something to check out.
That's because everybody's at home working on stuff so we can get more done, right?
Yeah. I do know that Priscilla, I forget whatever her last name is. She's on staff at KWRI, and her job is to like let us as agents know what some of those updates are. So she'll typically post in Command Your Conversion, KW Command, and I think maybe one other Facebook group of those updates as well.
Okay. One of the totally kind of off, I guess. I mean, it kind of ties in. They were talking about, I'm trying to pull up my notes from it. On the call that they just did, Lab Coats just did with about Facebook Messenger. I don't know if anybody was on that. But they were talking about taking it, not just, after you set up the initial, putting a task in there on your smart plan to look them up on Facebook. I haven't put that in any of mine, and using Facebook Messenger also to reach out. And they posted this picture, and it just says through email, the average open rate for an email that we send is 22.87%. The average open rate in Facebook Messenger when someone sends something is 85%, which I thought was like mind blowing. There was another one that they put up. Facebook Messenger sends 8 billion messages a day. That's wild. So it's definitely somewhere, and it's definitely somewhere or something that we could kind of use in our repertoire as well when following up with these Facebook leads that come through Command. Obviously, they got a Facebook page. They put a Facebook lead through. So
that was good. I actually was doing that for the online leads I was getting. So I kind of stopped that because I had actually hired a virtual assistant. So I had a virtual assistant from the Philippines, and basically every new lead I got, I was using Zapier to put it in a spreadsheet, and she used to get that. And I shared that with my virtual assistant, and every day she used to check box every lead that used to come in. She looked them up on Facebook and LinkedIn. And every time we found them, she would send them a message saying, "Hey, thanks for connecting. If you need any help with real estate, so just reach out." So and it was working. I was getting a lot of responses with the online leads using that too. So, and I was thinking now, actually was thinking of going back and going to all those messages on my Facebook Messenger, and then hitting them up saying, "Hey, they're doing okay, if they need anything." So that was another thing on my endless task list to do.
You know what else that I didn't even realize till last week is you can call people through Facebook Messenger. So not only can you message them and get a good quick response, but like I called a childhood friend the other day. She didn't answer in time, but she messaged me her cell phone number. So now I have her cell phone number. And then we were able to have a good conversation. But there's so much information you can get.
Is there? Everybody else hearing that?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know if it was me.
Sorry, I think that was me. For some reason, my AirPods just died, and so I think it just dropped off the.
Oh, I got you.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Shoot, I just lost my total train of thought. It was off of Facebook Messenger. Oh well, it'll come back to me. And then there was another. I think there was one more slide that I kind of took out of it. Let me see, maybe not.
Who put on that webinar?
It was Lab Code Agents.
Okay.
It was more. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think Lab Code Agents is Nick Baldwin and Tristan.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What was that one called? Was it just the messenger?
It was something. I don't remember what it was. Hold on, let me see if I have it still on my calendar. It was, unfortunately, it was more of an advertisement thing for this. The guy who was speaking has a business side of things, but he did say a couple things that kind of. It was the one thing you're missing on social media, Facebook Messenger. He was definitely trying to sell his. He has like an automated system that he does that he puts in for Facebook Messenger that he kind of puts out. So it was kind of going through that, but I did get a lot out of like not even thinking about using Facebook Messenger as much as I could. And actually, oh, I know what I was going to say. So we did, so a few of us on our team and some other people on our market center are doing a Facebook Messenger challenge, 66-day challenge where you reach 5 people a day, people that you wouldn't normally talk to, not like close friends, maybe someone from high school you haven't talked to, and not even, and just kind of reaching out saying, hey, how you doing? How are things? And just kind of sparking a conversation. I think I'm on day 9 or 10, and that's been huge. Just reaching out to people. A lot of people have time right now that they want to chat with you. So one person that I graduated high school with didn't realize that I was in real estate, which shows you that you can't see everything that people post because I post enough about real estate. But she's going to be looking to buy a house in the fall. So I'll keep that conversation going. But if I didn't do that, if I didn't reach out to her on Facebook Messenger, I would never have talked to her. So it works out pretty well.
I know that going off of that, Jim, somebody in one of the Facebook groups had put something out about doing coffee, like virtual coffee meetups or coffee dates, whatever you want to call it, every day. And so it was like a 50-day challenge, and you had to do like 50 coffee virtual meetups with 50 people in 50 days. And so I kind of going right off of that, but it's definitely along the same lines. Jim, you're still muted.
No, I said, so that whole form at the 66, I even have a kid that's on a 66-day challenge. She has to mark off for doing different things, a 6-year-old, to keep her in line right now. So it's kind of funny that we use that a lot. I use the 66-day challenge a lot.
Awesome. Well, we are 5 minutes shy of 4 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. Central. So I definitely do appreciate everyone taking an hour out of their Thursday afternoon to do a little mastermind. Does anyone have any quick things they want to discuss before we jump off the call today?
I was going to say, if you guys could probably put everyone's email in the chat. That way I could send out that file today. That everybody could have it.
Yeah, that's great. Good idea.
Also, it's apart from command, I also wanted to share, I don't know if you guys get the KW Connect emails or the videos that are coming up, but there was a great one last night. apart from command, but it was just how you can connect with other agents with Linda McKissick. Definitely recommend that if you're looking to connect with other agents outside of KW. It was a good video, so recommend that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coordinating, Hunter.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate everyone being on. Hopefully next time we will get some more. So this was my first time doing like a scheduled meeting like this where it's not a webinar. And I think that I realized after we got started that it does not automatically send you like a notification when you have a scheduled Zoom call. So I think unless people remembered or just checked their calendar, then it would have been in there. So I'm going to try to email everyone that signed up, and hopefully we will have some more people on next time.
Yeah, mine's in my calendar for next week. I already looked, so that whatever you sent out did have multiple, schedules.
Awesome.
They may not know what day it is because apparently I thought yesterday was Thursday, and I was getting ready to get on.
Too.
I'm getting ready to get on the call, and I sent Hunter a message, and I'm like, you know what? I was totally getting ready to get on the call, sitting in the parking lot at a grocery store because I had to run out because we're like out of everything. And I was like, wait a minute, why isn't the link in there? And sure enough, it was the wrong day.
You just made me feel better about myself, Jim, because I thought it was yesterday too.
Yeah. Oh, well, what can we do?
Have a good one, everybody.
Thank you.
Be
Take
safe.
care.
Yeah, you too. See you next week.